Hello guys, Temulin here, back with a new video, and today I'm going to be discussing something I am uber excited about, and that would be the new raid rewards that Jagex has recently proposed. They're now saying that they want to freaking throw in new best in slot gear for melee, range, and magic. This, I guess you could say, would be equivalent to the next gear, pre-EOC, if you were a fan of that, and I'm sure you were if you're watching this. But there is a lot of controversy in the community right now about this, and I don't want anyone to get frustrated with me. I'm just here to share my thoughts, and I mean, this is all still to be pulled. It's not even for sure. There's a very good chance that it won't pass. So I just wanted to kind of make this video to help fuel some of maybe your guys' excitement. If you did not know, these raids are supposed to drop November 2016. So it's not too far away, and yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into it. Up first, we have the NewElderArmor here. This will be the new best in slot gear for melee, even with a Bandos chestplate, Tacit, and Serpentine helm. This gear will require 75 defense, 5 levels less than Torva. It will degrade, which is fixable with coins, however, though. With that being said, I know a lot of people's fear for this gear could potentially be the eradication of Bandos, Armadillo, Arams, the current max gear, and I can assure you that won't be the case. This gear, especially at the start, will be billions of gold to acquire, and only the rich top tier players will have the gear. No one else will be able to use it, and besides the fact, it will still require a decent amount of gold to keep repairing it, so a lot of slaying and lower level bossing, it won't be very useful. However, when you do become an elite player, this will be very good gear for all bossing, basically, essentially, unless there's just not a big surplus margin. But if you can make money from the boss, and it is better than the degrading cost, you're going to want to use this gear. I am really excited about that. However, I know these stats may not mean a whole heck of a lot to most of you right now, considering you haven't memorized the Bandos gear. A lot of you, maybe the strength, I could see that. But for the most part, you probably don't know. But don't worry, later slide I will go and do a comparison of the two max gears, and see kind of what the difference would be if this gear were to come into the game. Alright, so next here we have the Twisted Armor. This will be the best in slot for range gear, also requiring 75 defense. It will degrade, fixable with coins. I'm pretty excited about this set, to be honest. This will be the first ever range set to come into old school RuneScape or pre-OC. Whenever I have played, I quit after the release of Evolution of Gay Combat. But as you can see, it does have a range strength bonus to the set. The chest and legs will give +2, and the helm will give +1. Overall, a +5 range strength. I think this is really cool concept, considering the only things in game right now are the Necklace of Anguish, which was released from Monkey Madness 2, and bolts and ammunition. That I'm pretty sure that's all that's ever had range strength in RuneScape. It's a pretty cool concept. I'm quite excited about that. But like I said again earlier, I think this will still apply to Armadillo. I do not think this gear will eradicate Armadillo. Armadillo will still be very prevalent in the game, PvP and bossing. But yeah, so overall, I think these gears are going to be substantially worse than the next gears. The next gear, like Torva, Pernix, and Virtus, all received a hit point boost. So essentially, when you would equip it, you'd get more life than other players, and that was extremely overpowering considering you'd have to now freaking hit another 30 or so to take the opponent down. And besides, we don't even have a divine. People are getting their panties in a bunch, and the best shield in the game is Elysian. So I don't think this is going to be necessarily a huge problem, and I think it will benefit most of the community, to be honest. Alright, moving right along. This is the mage gear. Jagex is yet to still decide what the name is for it, but with that being said, it is still 75 defense required for this gear. It degrades, fixable with coins. The stats are pretty good. Not a lot to say about this. I've never been particularly that hyped about new mage armors, but they could potentially make it look really cool and make me want to get the set. I kind of play a peer right now though, and that's the only account I have in Old School, so I mean, all of this, to be honest, probably won't apply to me for a while, but I'm still really hyped because I really don't like seeing low-level 60s, 70s wearing the max gear. It's just totally outrageous to me. I think to wear max gear in this game, you should have had to play years, and it requires hundreds, if not billions of gold, high defense priorities, and very good skills to have been able to obtain that sort of wealth. I really don't like the low-level players being able to have the best gear. So all of these gears make me excited so that we can see those better, higher elite players and, you know, strive to be them. I'm really excited about this. So, with that being said, let's look at the chart that I have made here. This is a little overwhelming at first, but let me break it down for you. So on the left, we have full Elder. This is with the helm, plate body, and legs that the total bonuses. So first stab, it gets a plus 12 attack bonus when you wear the helm, plate body, and plate legs, and that is for slash and crush. Very, very good. The only other helmet I'm pretty sure, or gear in the game right now that does that, is maybe the penance helm or the fighter helm, or one of those two. I'm pretty sure those are the only ones that give bonuses like that, so that's really, really cool. You're going to definitely be able to hit way more accurately with this gear. To the right there, we have bandos with serpentine helms. Same rules applied there. It's all three of the pieces and all of their bonuses added up. And on the very right, we have the Elder's overall boost to the in-game. The plus 12, plus 12, plus 12 for stab, slash, and crush is going to be huge. This can be a little misleading. It says plus 16 for magic. This is not a mage gear. It's not going to necessarily be good for maging. It's just bandos with serpentine does negative 46 to magic and attack, and the full Elder will only do a minus 30, so it is 16 better surplus compared to the bandos, but it's still not mage gear. A little bit better, a little bit less of a range holdback as well. The defense, you're getting a pretty substantial boost to stab, slash, and crush. Magic is far worse, so this gear is going to be horrible if you're up against a major, so I would definitely try to watch out for that. That is not going to be good business. So yeah, definitely bring a switch whenever you're going to use this gear if you think there's a potential to get maged. But yeah, an overall plus 4 to strength compared to bandos, and a plus 3 for prayer. Those are both huge. That's like another berserker unenchanted. That's pretty big. Plus 3 prayer will be very nice as well. So with this chart, I wanted to make that to, you know, kind of show you guys what the comparison is for full Elder versus bandos. I think this maybe breaks it down in a little bit better of a sense. I feel like those previous slides were just throwing some random numbers at you and you had no idea what the fuck they meant because you didn't have bandos with serpentine helm stats memorized, so you couldn't really see the exact translation this gear will give. So I think this is a pretty good representation. But yeah, I'm quite excited about this gear. I don't think it will be overpowered. It will be powerful. Don't get me wrong, though. This will own you if you don't know what you're doing or if you're a low-level player. Essentially the nubs. So, yes, I mean, in a sense, if you really don't know what you're doing in this game, yes, it's overpowered. But if you're a veteran and you've been playing this game for years, you deserve an end goal. Like, you should be able to spend a fuck ton of gold and be able to get some really badass armor that will make you own. It's gonna take you years to acquire the wealth needed to get this armor, unless you get insanely lucky when the raids first come out, because they will be insanely overpriced, and selling one piece could inevitably translate to, I don't know, freaking a full set if you play your cards right. So next is Armadillo vs. Twisted. Kind of the same exact format here, not kind of, it is the same exact format as the previous slide. On the left is full Twisted, in the middle full Armadillo, all of its stats with the three pieces, the three main pieces being the helmet, plate body, and legs. And on the right will be the overall boost you will receive from wearing full Twisted. You're getting a little bit worse in stab, slash, and crush for attack bonuses. That should be a thing, though, when you're getting better range gear, because it's not used to melee. You're getting plus 10 overall range boost, which is substantial. Definitely not the greatest, but it's definitely a boost that will overall help you do a lot better. The defense bonuses, not too dramatic of a change. This set, really, its key here is going to be in other bonuses, and that being range strength and prayer, specifically range strength. I am super excited to see what you can do with the full set of Elder and a Necklace of Anguish. I think you're going to own. Yeah, that might be a fear for a lot of people, but I'm really just more curious than anything. I like change, and I think this is a great change. As long as a change such as Evolution of Combat never returns, I will be a happy camper. So, that being said, the next set. This I have compared to full Arams with the Third Age hat. Same layout again. And it looks like even more of a loss in attack bonuses. Full Arams, you could use Arams top and bottom and still, spec with AGS and PKing. That's really not going to be the case for this set. You're going to definitely want a full switch. This is a minus 18 to all attack bonuses. That's pretty huge. But also what's huge is the plus 20 magic boost. That's insane. You're going to be able to hit a lot harder with Ancients or Trident of the Swamp, Trident of the Seas. It's going to be really cool to see how that plays out. And you're getting... sorry, I definitely made an error on that. There is no strength bonus for the Arams gear, but it does still have the plus 6. You're going to get a little bit more of a boost there. But yeah, it's not a huge overall dramatic change. The plus 20 magic is a bit intense, but I think it's definitely necessary for endgame players who have gotten bored with Arams and they want a new gear. They want to make some badass videos or go PKing and with this shit, and I think it's going to be really, really fun and exciting for the entire community. You could be a low-level player and see this guy walking by in the Grand Exchange with that set and just be in total shock and amazement, and it's just going to make you want to work that much harder. I know when I played back pre-OC 2011, I quit. I just thought people with full Torva and a Divine and a blue party hat, white party hat to go along with that combo were just some of the coolest players in the game, and I wanted everything like that. And I think this gear will give that to the old school community, and I really think it's needed. considering we don't have, and then you guys have to take into account this isn't going to be that much more powerful than the gear now. We don't have Turmoil for 96 prayer. We don't have Summoning and Pack-Yak and Steel Titan. We don't have Overloads. You can't just do a whole inventory of Cerebrus with super restores. We don't have Chaotix. And with that being said, I just don't find it possible to be that overpowered. It really isn't. I think it will be a nice change is what it will be. And for you scared of change, all I can say is you kind of just, you gotta grow up. I mean, everything in the world evolves, and if you're not evolving with it, you'll lose out on a lot of things. But I don't want to kind of bash anyone who's against it necessarily. I respect your guys' opinions. So in the comments below, you guys should let me know what you think of the new raid rewards that Jagex has proposed. I know this is huge controversy, but I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say about it. I'm really just overall excited about it. It's gonna bring a lot of new content and a lot of new gear, and I think I really think that's a good thing for a game, especially if it's a hit. You're gonna take misses, and that's just part of it. But this game will stagnate off, and it will eventually evaporate into nothing if they do not do updates. You cannot just have a game of this level never get updated. It just won't work. So I hope this was kind of informative, a little bit interesting for you, and I really hope you guys subscribe. Definitely comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.